Hey, what's up, everybody? Oh god. Let me exit some some things. Okay. Let me also go on. I hate when I have my stream open on my desktop and I'm like, well, I can't have that playing in the background. Whoopsie. All right, let me put some background music on. I literally just had it. There we go. Okay. All right. So in case y'all don't know what this is Ichigo from Bleach. I'm doing some fan art for a 6 fan arts challenge. I don't know if y'all seen that on Instagram and stuff. But yeah, we're gonna be working on him today. Just got finished with some work, and so I was like, well, I have some extra time, so why not get some of this done. Okay, let me adjust a few more stuff real quick. Okay, that should be good. Is the stream okay? Can you guys hear me okay? Sound is good? Okay. There we go. Alright, now we can start. So I just got done with the AO, which is, like I said in previous live streams, AO is ambient occlusion, in case y'all don't know. So when I take off the sketch layer, it looks like this. And so it's all those little areas where light doesn't practically reach. And then I just put the sketch layer back on top. Let me name this layer real quick. There we go. And then right now I'm working on my secondary values, which is like main shadows and lighting. Alright, I know you guys can't see it, but I have some references on the side that help me with my shading. I didn't want to put my full screen just because sometimes I switch my screen sometimes and I don't want y'all looking at my personal stuff, so I'm going to outline this best I can. Get some shadow in there. It's gotta be pretty rough, and I can always erase. I put this on a separate layer. Do not put this on top of your gray fill layer, because just in case you mess up or something, you don't want to have to do it on the same layer. It kind of sucks when you do that. So we're just doing some light shadow. Oh, let me just make sure this is in the same value family. Okay, there we go. So like, you guys see this light gray that I have right here? And if you see in these sliders, it's barely touching that like very left part of the saturation. Is because most of the time when I do grays, I like them to be a blue gray. I don't really like to do like full black, full gray, full white kind of stuff. I do it mostly on a blue spectrum. That's why I like this color. Okay, get some more shadow in there. These are just basic shadows. Not, whoops. I don't want it to be too neat. You got art block? I mean, I feel that. Sometimes there's not much to draw, or you just don't feel like drawing. Which is completely fine. That's just how it be sometimes. Okay. So the light source is coming from the top left, in case somebody's confused. Okay, let's get some more for the hair here. Fill that. There we go. Okay. Then what we can do, I like mostly soft shadows. Not too soft, but mostly soft shadows. So what we're gonna do, kind of soften that up a bit. Take the soft eraser so you can kind of sculpt and adjust. Hello, Shooks. Good afternoon. You reached your creative streak during quarantine because I don't have much to do. I feel that. I definitely hit a streak for sure. Because it's not that I didn't have much to do before. It's that I had other stuff to do. But, you know, now that we can't go outside, can't really do that. So I'm kind of just fulfilling some stuff that I wanted to do for a while now. And it's, you know, this is much better than being bored all day. As much as I want to watch Netflix all day, I kind of get really bored and really tired and kind of slumpy, which I don't like. So, we're drawing. Are y'all participating in the 6 fan arts challenge? I think that'd be good for a lot of you. Lasso tool this sucker. And go a little darker with the shadows there. Okay. So, in case y'all don't know about the 6 fan art challenge, what you do is pretty much what I did was I did a post. And I was like, alright, I'll just let the comments decide. Oh, let me silence my phone. I always forget to do that before the stream. There we go. Alright, so what you do is you post the 6 fan arts challenge template, and then you have your comments pick what characters they'd like you to do. And so the first fan art, in case y'all didn't see, I did Dio Brando from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, which was really fun. I really like doing that. And so today we have Ichigo from Bleach. Kind of ironic because my boyfriend was watching Ichigo a little while ago, or Bleach. I know it's an old ass anime, isn't that? Like, I don't know how old that anime is, but I've heard about it ever since middle school, so it's hella old. Okay, let's get some shadow on the jawline here. Very soft. I don't like it sharp. You see how in like animes that the shadows are very sharp? Well, in my style, I don't like doing sharp stuff all the time. I like to have a mixture of it. There we go. Maybe go a little darker towards the edge. Want to put some depth. My style, I like to do soft and hard rendering most of the time. And if y'all, a lot of y'all are curious about how I get such clean rendering, use the lasso tool. Dead ass, use the lasso tool. It's really good. A lot of people underestimate it, and they're like, well, I don't want my stuff looking too sharp, too clean. I'm like, experiment. This is the time to experiment. Don't be afraid. So if I want certain edges, or I don't want like my brush to touch certain areas, then this is how you do it. So see how I don't want, I want this shadow underneath his chin, but I don't want it to touch the other side of his face. So the lasso tool does that. It selects certain areas. That way you have a lot more freedom about where certain things touch and certain places that the brush can reach. Let me see if the chat is on. Okay, good. So, let's see here. And make sure when you have your AO and your secondary values, make sure to clip it to your gray fill layer. Here, I'm gonna type that out for you. So it's all attached to this one gray fill layer. It's a lot easier to deal with too. Alright, let's get this nose. Round this out. It's a little sharp there. Oops. So when y'all get used to using the lasso tool, it's a lot easier to deal with after a while. You're just pretty... I used to be really slow with it because I didn't know what the hell I was doing. But now I'm just like, whatever. Okay, there we go. Let's get this neck muscle right here. Sometimes you don't want to go too strong. I notice a lot of people do very strong shadowing, so like this, and that messes up everything. You don't want to go too strong. Go like half a tone or maybe even a quarter of a tone darker with that kind of stuff. And you don't want to go too subtle because then you won't even be able to notice anything. See? Okay, let's get this neck, the edge of the neck right here. Mute. That's good. Oh, whoops. Let's lock that layer so I don't draw outside of it. The secondary value layer is, did I just drew it on this layer accidentally. Fuck. That's my bad. There we go. Be careful of that. I almost drew on the wrong layer the entire time. Oh, I hate when that happens. A little lighter. Don't want to go too strong on this neck muscle here. God damn it, I did it again! Why does it do that? God, I hate when Photoshop does that. Keeps going back to the previous layer. There's gotta be something to shut that off, because I hate that. There we go. God, that was really annoying. Okay, let's get this outside of the neck again. Make sure we're on the right freaking layer. Okay. There we go. So if y'all have any questions about like how long I take to render, or how I render certain things, how I get rid of the line art, stuff like that, y'all can ask. Because this isn't how everybody does it. Everybody has their own techniques. This is just how, this is as easy as I find it when it comes to rendering things. I always start black and white. It's just easier. I don't always start black and white, but it's just a lot easier to deal with. Get some value underneath that lip. Right here as well. Did the music stop? What in the world? Pardon. Give me a sec. I don't know why it's very odd. I don't know why it stopped playing it. Okay, yeah, it was supposed to be on a playlist. I don't know why that happened. Okay, yeah, that was very weird. My bad. Okay. Back to here. So select the lip. Let's get some value under there so we can fill out these lips. And not too much. Don't want it to look too full. Ichigo's lips are like non-existent, but we're gonna make them be there because that's my style. I like full lips. Full lips. Okay. Get these eye bags. He's a tired fellow. I mean, he fights like what? Demons or some shit. I don't know. I don't watch anime, so I don't freaking know. Nor do I care to know. But I just know who this character is, luckily. There's a lot of requests of like anime characters that I never heard of in my life. So I was going to do a random name generator where I would just put in the names like in a random name picker and then have it pick for me, but then it would be like I don't know a lot of these references, so I thought it would be best to just go with familiar characters. Okay, I think I'm gonna put this AO on multiply, and I'm gonna put it over my secondary values. There we go. Because the secondary values are not on a multiply layer, they're on a normal layer, so it's going to cover up everything underneath it, so that's not good. Who are you planning on also drawing? Okay, so I got a request for Gumball from, what's that show called? Gumball's, goddamn, what was that show? I used to watch it all the time. It's from Cartoon Network. You know, the little blue cat and his little brother that's like a fish. I'm planning on drawing Gumball. I'm planning on drawing... Where's my brush? Why isn't the button working for it? It's odd. I'm planning on drawing... Here, let me get my phone. Amazing World of Gumball. That's what it was. Yes. And then I also got a request for Jotaro Kujo from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, but since I already drew Dio, I'm probably not going to do that. I also got a request for Geralt from The Witcher, which maybe, I want to include like a couple of cartoon characters so people can see my range. Because I love drawing cartoon characters. Because it's just like, it's kind of a break, you know? Because this right here that you're seeing, this is my usual style. Very clean and very like serious. But I don't like drawing like this all the time. So when I draw cartoon characters, it gives me a break. And like while this is a cartoon, like I said, my style is semi-realistic and serious and clean. So it's pretty, can be a little complicated. But when it comes to cartoon characters, I can do whatever I want. Because they're cartoons. Oof, I might do the hair like last. Hair is a pain. Okay, let's get a little bit of some facial definition here. I don't want it to have too high cheekbones. Just kind of want him to, I want his cheeks to dip just a little bit. Not too much. You can do as much as you want like this, and then you can just take the soft eraser and erase away as much as you want as well. Make sure you have those two options on, so it can be as soft as possible. It can be a little tricky, but just as long as you have patience. Here we go. You can draw Robin or Batgirl from the Batman series, or someone from Steven Universe. Ah, I got Rose as a request as well from Steven Universe. I might do her. She was always really, like, one of the prettiest characters, for sure. That'd be really awesome if I could do her. We'll have to see. I put that on the AO layer, didn't I? Ah, well. Guess what that means. God, make sure you're on the right layer. I am out of it today. Jesus. Whoops. Photoshop loves doing that. It loves to keep you on the previous layer that you were on after you press Ctrl Z, and it's very annoying. I really wish you could turn that off. Is there another version of Photoshop yet? Like, is Photoshop CS6 the only Photoshop now? Like, hasn't been updated at all yet? I would love an updated version. Where's CS7? Where is CS7? Okay, let's erase that from this hair. There we go. Have I ever tried moving to another program, or am I too committed or used to Photoshop? It's not that I'm too committed to Photoshop, it's that Photoshop does it has enough functions that I would want for my kind of work. You know, like programs like Paint Tool Sai, Clip Studio Paint, they're great and all, but I usually use those programs for if I want really clean line art. It doesn't have as many functions as Photoshop does. Photoshop is incredibly popular because it has a lot of functions like editing photos and all these filters and stuff. And programs like Procreate and Clip Studio Paint and stuff just doesn't have those functions. So it's not gonna do a lot, you know? Not gonna do a lot for the work that I tend to do. And they're all great programs, but depending on what kind of artist you are. If you're a comic artist, Clip Studio Paint hands down is the best to use. Because it has all the functions there. You can make comic pages incredibly easily. It has a stabilization feature so you can have clean and steady line art. All that kind of stuff. It has all that. But Photoshop doesn't have a stabilization feature. You actually have to download a like plugin so your brush can be steady. And I mean steady as in like when you draw a straight line. I think Procreate has this function too. When you draw a straight line, it's a little wiggly, right? Because of your natural hand movement. But If you have Procreate or Clip Studio Paint with the stabilization feature already built in, then it's no problem. Your lines are clean and neat, no matter how you draw them. There's no wiggle. Photoshop doesn't have that. You have to download a plugin. All right. Get this part here. Video games? Why'd you put a question mark after video games? I don't understand the question. Oh, I'm female. A lot of people think I'm male because of the way, I don't know, my voice. Like, if you talk to me in person, my voice is naturally deep. It always sounds higher on a like microphone or on recorded devices, but if you met me in person, I have a deeper voice than this. And then my vernacular isn't exactly that of a typical girl. I have like a more aggressive vocabulary, so that's why people are like, "Oh, that's a guy." And I'm like, "Yeah, people can think what they want to think. I don't really care. Like, boy, girl, whatever." Kind of helps when I play video games online, though. Because the second niggas find out that I'm a girl, I get harassed. So, it's kind of nice. I'm not gonna lie. I just talk to everybody like a human being. It's not, I don't talk to everybody like, depending on their gender or whatever. I talk to everybody the same way. Like, I call everybody dog. Which, a little bit of an issue, but it's fine. Like, I don't call nobody sweetheart, honey. I call everybody dog. I talk to everybody the same way. Oh, video game characters. Low-key, I want to draw Corvo from Dishonored because he's like my favorite character. So, we'll see. This might not even be my only 6 fan arts challenge. I might do another one with 6 more characters. So, we'll see. Alright, let's see here. Let's get this top part up here. It's a little hard to do the hair. Like, I'm not sure what his hairstyle is. I know it's spiky and kind of messy, but I don't know what it is explicitly. So, I'm just kind of guessing here. That's how Procreate is, but you have to hold it for a second. It might not always turn out what you wanted. Yeah, that's the thing with Procreate. And like, the thing I like about Procreate is the brushes. There's lots of that. There's so much that you can do with the brushes, but it just doesn't have as many functions as Photoshop. That's what I'm saying. I don't think you can use Procreate for a professional job. You know, like if you have a professional portfolio and you do like, let's say, photo editing. I don't think Procreate is the best program for that. You need to use Photoshop or some other program of that caliber similar to Photoshop. Because, I don't know, Procreate, you can do a lot, but you can't do as much as Photoshop. And that's the damn truth. And I tend to call Procreate an Instagram artist tool. Because that's how all these Instagram artists came to be, is Procreate. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but, you know, I can tell what kind of program you use just by your art. Dead ass. And not many Instagram artists tend to look for or make custom brushes. They tend to use the default brushes. They just do what they can with them, and I'm like, you know you can get more creative than that, right? But, you know, I already said my rant in the last live stream. People that come from Procreate, they tend to do the same damn art. It's just portraits of pretty girls. That's the trend. Why not pretty guys? Why are you leaving the men out? What the fuck? But, you know, at the same time, just pretty portraits in general. That's the trend. Don't question why I'm awake at this hour, but ayy. I mean, where I am is 12:04 p.m. I've been awake for 6 hours already. I wake up at 6 every day. Every damn day. And, like, even if I wanted to go back to sleep, I can't. Because my brain won't let me. Let's make that a little darker. I sound fun. I mean, I'm a friendly person. I don't like I just like good vibes. No negativity here. I like to make sure everybody's having a good time, everyone's healthy, everyone's happy. You call everybody bro? Dude, I do too. Not anymore, but I used to. I always used to say bro a lot, and I'm like, I need to stop. I call everybody dog now. Have I tried 3D art? Yes, I have. Fuck, it's hard. I think what I need to do, because I really do want to make 3D models someday and be really good at it, which I think I can be really good. I just don't have the equipment for it. My computer, or I should say compooper, is poopy shitty, so I don't have advanced equipment to do that. So I need to do that. Hello. If y'all are new to the stream, welcome. Yeah, exactly. Why not pretty guys? I'm telling you. Missing out. I'm drawing pretty guys. Well, I don't know. Ichigo's not that pretty to me. I've seen prettier. No offense. But, you know. Yeah, everybody's always drawing pretty girls and shit. Friggin'. That's discrimination. 304 over there? Oh, are y'all are east side, huh? Sorry, just reading the chat. You have a semi-deep voice, but you can change it like how a voice actor does. I can too. Yeah, I can reach some pretty high octaves if I want to, but most of the time my voice is pretty deep. Like when I speak Japanese, it gets higher naturally, but when I'm speaking English, it's at its lowest pretty much. I don't like high-pitched noises and voices. That's why most girls annoy the fuck out of me. How are you doing? Do you want a Starbucks coffee? Like, shut the fuck up. I can't do it. If it's like, I mean, some girls just natural voices is fine, whatever. But those girls that like have the really high-pitched anime voices. Let's go to the park today. Oh my god, I'm gonna walk my dog and drink coffee in public. Shut up. I cannot. I can hear you talk for maybe 2 minutes before I start to lose my shit, you know what I mean? I can't take high-pitched noises. If you ever wanted to torture me, that's how you do it. High-pitched noises. Or put on an anime with those lolly girls that can't stop fucking squealing every 2 minutes. That's how you'll get me. That's how you make me break. Yes, I do know Japanese. Japanese is my native language. でも私の日本語は悪いですけど That means my Japanese is not too good because 全然覚えてない. I don't remember too much of it. I've been speaking English most of my life because we moved to the US, so there was no real use for it. You know what I mean? It's like when kids move here from like Mexico or something, or Europe. They used to speak their native language a lot, but then they came to Cali or came to the US and they just forgot most of it, you know? It happens. But it's important to know your roots, know where you come from, and try to keep in touch with that at all times. Guys are fun to draw. I did used to draw anime, but, you know, that was just a phase. I think everybody has an anime phase, and you either stick with it your entire life, or it's only there for like a couple years, and then you decide, hey, kind of want to do something else, you know? I really did not want to draw anime the rest of my life, because when I looked at career choices for it, I was like, well, kind of don't want to be work like a slave just to draw, or just to animate all these shitty animes coming out nowadays. Like, and I'm sorry, but they are really shitty compared to what used to be released. Like, all these animes ain't like Samurai Champloo and shit. You know, there's just generic now. Okay, let's see. I don't want it to touch this collar, so I'm just gonna omit that. Here we go. I really wish I could read kanji, but I cannot. That's my one problem with Japanese. I can read and write hiragana and katakana, but I cannot read or write kanji. You have to go to school your whole life for kanji. TBH. And I'm not willing to do that, so... You're drawing an anime type of art style, but it changes frequently, and it sucks because I'm trying to start a comic. When you're trying to draw a comic, it's obviously going to take a while. Especially if you're trying out a new style, or you're trying to master a current style. You really don't have to rush yourself. Those kinds of stuff, that kind of stuff takes time. You know, you can't get mad at yourself for not being able to produce a lot more than you want, but you'll get there. You'll definitely get there. Here, I'm gonna change this song real quick. I don't want songs with words in it right now. Yari yari dazi. Yes, Julie. Yes. God, I love JoJo. That's the one anime that caught my interest. And I already talked about it in the last live stream. It pretty much caught my interest because, one, the art style is unique for fucking once. There's too many generic animes out there that all look the same. You know, released by the same studio. Drawn by the same people. And it's just like, ugh. I'm tired of it. I really am. Ooh, my hands are freezing. Everyone has a phase where they draw in an anime style, and every face they draw is just, I know. I fucking know. That's the most, that's every person in high school that draws, I swear to God. I mainly had an anime phase in middle school, and then by the start of high school, I started dropping off little by little. Like every year, it would just get farther and farther away from anime. I think the reason I dropped off of it was because I wasn't interested in anime at all. Like, the only anime I ever watched / finished was Dragon Ball Z, and a little bit of Dragon Ball Z Kai. I don't watch the modern ones nowadays. And then I watched Claymore, finished Claymore, and I finished and watched Nichijou. Those are the only animes that I really finished, you know? And I'm still trying to watch JoJo. I have to be on season 4 now, because apparently there's more, which frustrates me / excites me. Okay, let's see. What else do I need to get? Just gonna go in with the little details here. You've never seen anyone else shade like this? It's a really cool technique. I've been learning a lot more techniques these past few weeks because I was just like, you know, I want to do something a little new with my art. So, like I explained to everybody else, first what I do, I'm going to turn these layers off. So, you have your sketch, right? So, this is all blank, no gray fill. Then, I fill it in with a gray color because I always start from grayscale. Then I go with AO, which is ambient occlusion. These are places where light doesn't usually touch. So it's kind of like just very, very detailed shadow. And then you have your secondary values. So you can kind of, oh, sorry, I'm adjusting myself. So you can kind of tell where the light source and stuff is coming from. And, yeah, that's about it. There we go. Man, people love contacting me when I'm trying to live stream. Sorry, but I can't look at stuff right now. That's why you read comics. Every art style is unique and different. Some good, some bad, but it's still fun to see and study. Yeah, I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. There's a lot of styles out there in the comic kind of art style that are very different. Anime tends to be... I'm not saying all of it's the same. I'm saying it tends to be very generic. You know, like anime girls with big ass eyes and questionably 12 sometimes. Like questionably. They say they're 18, but nigga, that looks like a child, and I don't like that. That's what these animes are like. The lollies or whatever. What are those called? I'm Japanese and I don't fucking know. Lollies. Some bullshit. And then those animes that have like the fan service stuff. Like, oh, this girl has big boobs. That'll appeal to the public more. Big boobs, big butt. Not even a big butt. Mostly just big boobs. So anything to appeal to the public because we need viewers. That's how anime is. There's no room for art anymore. It's all just, let's appeal to the neckbeards that like these questionably 12-year-old lollies. It's kind of gross and I don't like it. Hayao Miyazaki. Y'all know Hayao Miyazaki? The creator of like those Ghibli movies and stuff, Spirited Away, Princess Mononoke, stuff like that. He said himself that anime is trash. And it is. Most of it is nowadays, dude. There is no room for art anymore. That's why I don't pay attention to the generic looking ones. They're just gross. Like, they just, I don't know, studios just pull shit out of their ass. And they're like, here's an anime. And we're gonna make it a whole sentence long for the title. You've been preferring manga over anime? There's a lot of unique manga styles, TBH. Like, anime, just appeal. It's mostly just appeal nowadays. No art. Kiwi! Oh my god! How are you? I haven't spoken to you in a while. How's everybody else as well? Y'all staying safe out there? In Singapore? I hope so. It's bad over here too. I mean, hopefully it dies down soon, because I kind of want to see my friends. Big anime titties are nauseating. You know, they really can be. It's just, for me, it's annoying. It's kind of just annoying to see, you know what I mean? Like, I don't like seeing it all the time. Give me an anime with a good story, really cool looking characters that I can relate to, and I'm not going to say shit. But it's just, all these animes are trash. The second some big titty bastard comes rolling through, I'm like, I give up. I don't care anymore. Like, I'm over it. It's just, it's all up in your face all the time. It's very annoying. And it makes, like, the reason I don't like it a lot, because it makes women look like an object and weak. So it's just fucking, it's stupid. That's just my opinion. Y'all can watch whatever the fuck you want, but I'm just saying my opinion. Demon Slayer, ever since I did a car wrap project for one of my clients, I hate it. It's just, I worked on it way too long, and I was just like, you know what, I'm not even gonna watch this. I worked on it way too long, and I just started to hate it. Used to draw an anime style with those eyes that are longer than they're wide. Oh, I see. Yeah, I think I know what style you're talking about. Oh, there's only so many good ones and bad ones out there. Like, it's hard. Singapore's been on semi-lockdown for a few days. Like, the US is on shutdown. They're like, you ain't going out unless you need food and essentials. Like, other than that, we're watching you. Like, everyone's really serious about it, and they should be. And some idiots in Florida messed it up for the rest of us, so now we're in trouble and we're on lockdown. Get that. This part right here is a bit hard, because I don't want it to be too hard. Okay, there we go. What's my favorite animation show? Ooh, that's a hard one. Oh, that's a hard question. I don't know. There's so many good ones out there. In terms of anime, JoJo is definitely my favorite because it's really cool. I just really like the art style, to be honest with you. I think it's so awesome. In terms of an American cartoon, that's really hard. I don't know. Maybe... damn. You know what? Adventure Time. Adventure Time is one of my favorite American animated shows. It's because even though it started out as something that looks really childish. And I've been watching that since middle school too. Like, even though it started out as something very childish, it really had an amazing story to it. And the ending was just, ooh, that destroyed me. Yes, I'll stay safe, Kiwi. You stay safe as well. Tell everybody else that I love them and I hope they stay safe. What's my opinion on chibi art styles? They're cute. That's all I can say. I wouldn't make it your primary art style. So let's say that you wanted to get into some like graphic design, or you want to create characters for a video game company or for a graphic novel or something. I don't mind chibi art styles, but I wouldn't make it your primary style. I wouldn't make it like your only style, you know what I mean? Like you gotta branch out. I know some people that's all they draw, or that's all that they used to draw, and it's best to be flexible. When you're an artist, when you're an illustrator or a character artist, it's very important that you be flexible. You gotta do multiple styles, because then clients will be like, oh wow, you got range, you can draw this and this. Wow. And then you can get hired by multiple companies at the same time sometimes, if you're a freelancer. So if you want to do comic styles and you can do that style, fuck, you're hired. If somebody wants something a little more simple and they want like very serious, very serious looking art, and you can do that, then they'll hire you too. And you'll have several projects going on at the same time with different styles because you have range. Personally, I think it's very important for an artist to have range. What happens if we darken this a little bit? Maybe just like that. Ooh, that's good. Chibis are cute, Caleb. But yeah, just don't make it your only style. If you want a career with art, please do not make that your only style that you can do. If you want to create stuff for video games and they ask you for characters that look like Naruto characters and you can only draw chibis, what are you gonna do? How the F are you gonna do that if you only draw chibis, right? So if you're one that draws chibis now and that's all you draw, I suggest that you branch out a bit. Nothing wrong with drawing chibis, just branch out. You can do way more than that. How about Avatar? It's usually viewed as a pretty good original anime. Is it an anime? Is it an anime? I don't know. Because it was by, like, an American animation studio, wasn't it? I don't know if it's considered an anime. I'm still kind of confused on that. But let's just say it is. Avatar is really good. I didn't watch the entire thing. I think I dropped off of it, like, sophomore year of high school. Kind of stopped watching it. I don't know why. I just did. It was really good though. But animations like that was really cool because the characters were cool, story was awesome. There's no jiggly tits in your face every 5 minutes. So it was really good. Quality anime. Korra was good too. I watched like maybe 2 or 3 seasons of it. I just didn't have, I don't know, I was in a time where I didn't have too much time for cartoons anymore. I don't know what happened. I think just junior and senior year of high school I was really busy, so I didn't have time to watch shows and stuff. He do be looking kind of quirky though. Yeah, I knew it wasn't an anime. Technically not, because it's not from a Japanese animation company. Like, most of the animators were American. The characters might have been somewhat Japanese or something like that, but if anything, I don't think it was an anime, technically. Yeah, the style is definitely anime-esque, but I wouldn't say that it was truly anime, because their eyes were a different style. The animation, I would say, like, what, maybe 10 frames per second, if anything. It wasn't the smoothest animation, but it was still really cool. I don't know. Whatever its category is, I really liked it, no matter what. I wish I could get back to stuff like that, but I like crime shows now. Crime shows like Peaky Blinders and shit. Y'all ever watch Peaky Blinders? God, I love that show. Thomas? Ooh. And, God, what's his name? John was really hot. I don't know. I love crime shows. Like Narcos and Breaking Bad and stuff. Ozark. Love that stuff. I just don't watch anime. Legend of Korra was okay. Yeah, it's obviously not going to be as iconic and awesome as Avatar. But, you know, still good. Still under the same people, so still good. Usually, like, spin-offs like that or secondary animations that are supposed to be in tune with the original, they're not always going to be as good. Still good, but not as good. Okay, that's the secondary shadow. That's the AO. Is this on a multiply? Yes, it is. Okay. I don't know if there's any crime animes, Caleb. I mean, there probably is, but I just don't know what their names are. I don't go out looking for animes. I go on Netflix and I'm like, this looks good. I will watch this. And then usually I like it. I think my dad was watching Castlevania the other day. I don't know. He just watches like random stuff on TV. And right now is the time to watch all kinds of random shit because, I don't know. I watched Masked Singer the other day. That was cool. I love Ken Jeong. He's like, I know exactly who this is. I'm like, no, you don't, Ken. Just wait till they take off the mask. You don't know. You never know. I just like watching it because of the costumes. Really well made. Have I seen the Breaking Bad movie? What? There's a movie? Bruh. Didn't know there was a Breaking Bad movie. What would they make with the same people in it? Did it have the same people in it? Because if not, then I'm not interested. Because those actors were amazing. Okay, there we go. That looks good. Secondary values look good. There's this little part in the hair right here that I don't like. I'll probably render over that. That doesn't look good to me. What is this song? God damn it, I hate this dude. Okay. Like, no offense, but I don't like that dude. Okay. Do I prefer... Well, I heard a Psycho-Pass. Do you prefer modern shows or shows set in other eras? Honestly, it doesn't matter. As long as the story's good. Like, Peaky Blinders, that's what? Set in the 1920s, 1930s, where a lot of gang activity and the Industrial Revolution and stuff was going on. That was a different era. Breaking Bad and Narcos, those are like in relative times to when they were filmed. What other shows were there? There's like Sherlock and stuff. That's a different era. I never watched Sherlock, but that's definitely in a different time. So no matter what time it is or what era, like I'll watch it if the story's interesting. I really like gangster crime though, like the 1920s and 1930s gangsters. They're always so cool. I also like Yakuza movies a lot. Those are awesome. Okay, I think I'm almost done here with the secondary values. Don't have too much going on in terms of that. Yeah, might almost be done there. The movie is called El Camino. Oh, I think I've seen that. Like on Netflix. Okay, I'm gonna get a little bit of, oops, a darker value going on here. Shinjuku incident with Jackie Chan. I don't think I have. I still need to watch The Foreigner by Jackie Chan, because that one's really cool. Like, I've seen the trailer for it and I'm like, wow, I really gotta watch that. I don't want it to touch the nose, so let's go outside of that. I really gotta watch that. I love Jackie Chan movies, dude. Almost as much as I love, like, Iko Uwais and Tony Jaa movies. Y'all ever seen, like, oh, what's it called? Y'all ever seen Ong Bak, Headshot, The Raid, stuff like that? The Raid 2 is one of my favorite movies of all time. I love Iko Uwais and Tony Jaa, especially when they work together. Like, that's the best combo. Let's skip this song. Oh, is that a Yakuza movie? That's pretty cool. There was a Yakuza movie that I used to watch a lot. I forgot the actor's name. And I also forgot the movie's name. I can't think of it right now. I'm so focused into this. But, like, yeah, Yakuza movies are pretty cool. There's always, like, really creative ways that people die and shit. And I'm like, wow, that's pretty fucked up. But also kind of cool. I'm adding a Terminator for these larger shadows. The Terminator is the darkest part of a surface that isn't exactly flat. I wish I could explain that more, but that's the best I can do. Okay, There's a little bit of his collarbone showing here, so I'm just gonna kind of work on that. Collarbone kind of goes like that and ends like that. Just very subtle. We're gonna make it subtle. Just kind of hard to get the collarbone sometimes because I don't want it to be too sharp. It ends up looking sharp, and even though I don't want it to, it kind of does that on its own, and it's annoying. There we go. Get the neck. Okay. Collarbone usually connects to the, like, there's this little part here that the collarbone connects to. Forgot the bone name. I'm forgetting a lot of stuff right now. I just don't care to remember it right now. It's not that I forgot, it's that I just can't remember it in this moment in time. Easier to draw on a page or on a computer? That is a matter of perspective. I've been drawing digitally for the past like 13 to 14 years. And if I drew on paper right now, then I'd be like, well, drawing on a computer is a lot easier because I've been doing it for such a long time. When you're primarily a traditional artist, of course, it's going to be easier to draw on paper because you're not used to digital. You know, digital, whether you have a tablet that plugs into the computer and you have to look at the screen while your tablet is on the desk, or whether you're drawing on a tablet that you can draw directly on or on an iPad, stuff like that, then depending on how long you've been doing it, it'll seem like digital or traditional is easier. So for me, digital is easier. I can still draw very well on paper. Oh my god, I hate this fucking... Sorry. But yeah, like I said, if I were to grab a piece of paper right now, I'd be like, ew, graphite on my hands. I can't press Control Z. Like, it's just not very fun for me anymore. I hate drawing on paper. I will if I have to, but most of the time I will prefer digital, because that's just what I've been doing for a very long time. Okay, let's get some slight more definition in here. Yes, that's exactly what I said. I can't remember certain things in certain moments of time. I'm just like, you know, it's not like my name. You know, I remember my name, but if I have to like dig into my memory and be like, oh man, what's that one movie called? I watched it all the time. You know how stuff is just in the back of your head, but you just can't seem to pull it out sometimes? You're like, man, I know that movie. I'll know it if I hear it, but I just can't grab it out of my memory manually right now. That's just me. Like I don't have a bad memory or anything. It's just when I have so many things going on during a certain moment, then I can't pull things out of my ass like that. And I don't want to lie to y'all anyway, so I'm just like, I don't remember. Whatever. Not gonna try to make up something. I just don't remember. Alrighty. I think we're almost done to go to coloring. Let me see what I can do a little bit more with these secondary values. Let's kind of get that going. The hair is sloping downward. Let me show y'all. The hair is sloping downward. So the light source is up here. Okay, and if the light source is up here, then the shadow will be on this side of the face. And then for the hair is light up here, but as it slopes down, then the shadow will be more towards this side of the face, you know? Delete that. Okay, but I think for the most part, we're ready to go into some basic coloring. I won't be streaming too much longer, because I don't like to, I told y'all before, I don't like to stream too long, like maybe a couple hours at the most. Because then my voice gets tired, and my hands get tired. My butt gets tired. I'm not like those artists that can stream for like 6 hours at a time. Like, bruh. It's gonna take some time for me to do that. Okay. I think we're ready to move on. So now I take all of these and I put them in a group and I call it values. What I do with this value layer is I put it on multiply, and then I take the gray fill layer from my values. Whoops, sorry for the noise. I don't know why it does that. I take that and then I copy it and I turn it white. You can't see the window that I'm popping up, but I just turn it white. Then put that in a group. I call it colors so I don't get mixed up. You want to start doing digital art? Do you have any recommendations for any equipment for a beginner? Get a Wacom tablet. Get one of their beginner ones. It's almost around $100. I don't know how it is nowadays, but yeah, it's definitely under $100. You can get a decent Wacom tablet. It's small, but I think it's best to start small when you're a beginner. You don't want a big open space tablet overwhelming you. You know, I think it's very best to start with a small tablet. So definitely look into Wacom or Huon. You want a tablet that'll last you 5 to 6 years maximum. Okay, you don't want to buy a shitty tablet that you're going to end up having to replace within a year or so. So don't try to go for those really cheap off-brand tablets, okay? You got to go for big name tablets. And I assure you that there are some tablet models that are affordable, okay? The least that you want to spend on a digital tablet, I would say maybe like 70 to 80 bucks. That's the least amount you want to spend. You don't want to go any lower than that because then it gets iffy, you know, because like it's not just the tablet itself, it's the driver. Your computer has to recognize your tablet, right? And some companies, they give you a really shitty driver and it won't give you like it won't give you pen pressure and it won't give you all the stuff that you need in a tablet. Because there's so many factors into a tablet that you got to think about. It's not just plug in and play. Okay, you got to think about the driver and you got to think about what the tablet's made of. Is it glass? Is it matte? Is it smooth? All that kind of stuff. So I really recommend Wacom or Huon. Okay. Well, let's get some colors in here. He's a very light fellow. Will I be posting them up? Will I be... Oh, will I be posting all these fan arts up? Yes, I will. If you follow me on my Instagram and Twitter, I usually post these on those platforms. So make sure to follow me on those so you can see. I also have an art station, but I don't promote that too often. I should. Let's bring that down a bit. We want him to be like a light peach color. So more in the pink, but not too pink. Nah. Maybe a little more pink. It can be kind of hard to pick the skin color. Okay, I think that's that look good? Yeah, that looks good. We can always add some multiply as well. Fix it up. But yeah, that's good. Alright, then he has like a black. I would say black, but we're not going to choose black when we color. Okay, we're going to choose like a bluish dark gray. I always like to go into the blue spectrum when I pick colors that are close to black and gray. God, there goes this guy again. God, I hate him. There. You want to start doing digital art? Oh, sorry, my bad. I almost read the same comment again. Yes. Look. It's just very, like, when you're coloring, you don't want to use actual black when you're, you know, coloring stuff black. Because if you have a light source and you're trying to put something that's colored black in your drawing, it's gonna look too dark compared to everything else. So you want to go a little less than black most of the time. You don't want to go full black. All right. Then we got to get this little white part. Get that done, get that done. When you use brushes, it's important to have soft, hard, and a little bit in the middle. So a brush that you can blend with, roughly, a very soft one that you can blend cleanly, and a hard one to get nice, clean edges. Because, like, you see all these brushes that I have here? I don't use all these. You must be insane if you think I use every single one of these when I paint. I literally use this top one, this one that's labeled 500 and is very soft, and this number 47. And then I occasionally use the brushes in between these. But most of the time I use this top one, 500, and 47. And I might like compile these brushes that I use so that y'all can try them out for yourself if you own Photoshop. That's gonna take me a little bit of time because I need to clean up my brushes. Draw a pine cone. A pine cone, or is there a character that I should know about named pine cone or pine cone? All right, let's get this hair. We're gonna draw over the skin. Don't forget to clip that to your other layer. Oh God. My hands are so cold. They're a little shaky. A pine cone. Let's get this hair filled in and I'll draw a pine cone real quick. Okay, I'm holding my breath as I get this line art in. There we go. His hair's like, is it actually orange? Is that just anime color? Is it blonde? Is it supposed to be blonde or is it actually orange? It looks orange. Let's get this hair in. That's another thing about anime hair. Why's it always gotta be a different ass color? That's what makes it generic. Everybody has different colored hair. It's like always the same shit. Wow, look at this anime protagonist, and he has blue hair. Wow. Like, okay, so does every other anime protagonist. Do something different, for fuck's sake. Okay, we're just gonna say that it's orange. Like a bright orange. I don't want it to be too bright, though, because my style is more semi-realistic, so we don't want to go too weird with it, you know? Wow, that worked out perfectly. We'll do this. Okay, get these little edges that I missed. And then erase some of it. Because it's, sometimes it tends to reach places that I don't want it to reach. So let's just clean that up a little bit. There we go. What is playing right now? God damn it, it's this guy again. I should just delete this from the freaking playlist. He actually gets bullied for having different hair color. They should just invent new colors for the hair. Yeah, maybe they should. The only hair, like, I know a lot of people that dyed their hair different colors all the time, but, like, it'd be a lot cooler if people got more creative with it. And I know you can get a little lazy. You're like, I don't want to do something too crazy with my hair. You ever see those people with, like, oil slick hair? Where, like, depending on where their hair is in the light, it looks like just a bunch of different colors. It's barely noticeable in the dark or, like, in a dimly lit area. But when you're in the sun and you kind of move your hair around, it looks like an oil slick. Just kind of rainbowy and all kinds of different colors. And it's really cool. Watch an anime have the protagonist have rainbow hair. Oh my god, no, no, no. Please. Stop. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying, like, come up with something different, you know? I know it's hard to be different these days, but people have done it. People have made different animes. Come up with a style that nobody else has done. Make it into an anime. No jiggly tits, please. Like, give me a good one for once. Okay, let's color these lips. I know, like, in the anime he doesn't have big lips, but I like to have my males especially have decently big lips. There's a blackjack anime? What? Is it just called Blackjack, or is it an anime about blackjack? I don't understand. Forgive me, because, you know, animes these days are named very, very oddly. And I don't quite know what's going on. Let's take the value layer off so I can see what I'm doing with my colors. There we go. Just kind of... Looks good. Okay, we want to make the top lip just a little darker. A little more on that side. There we go. That's good. Oh, it's just called Blackjack? How old is it? Is it as old as, like... Yeah, how old is it? Okay, I think I know what we're missing. So I'm going to turn the colors layer off real quick. And right now, I want to go into some white. So we can add a lot more depth to our character here. Okay, then we're going to go pure white. Oops. Go in with a soft eraser. Fix that up. Just very lightly. There we go. Ooh, don't want to go too light with it. Gotta be careful. 2004? Wow. Okay, let's add some here. The reason I'm adding white is because I just want to get those like highest peaks that are on his on this shape. So the white is more like, you know, just the strongest parts of the face and the hair and the clothes that light reaches. So there's 3 tones. There's gray, and then there's this gray, and then there's the darkest. But I like to add white to just push it a little bit more. And I usually add it very like roughly. I don't I'm not too fancy with it. Okay, so like to this top part of the hair here. That's where it's probably most important. Then I kind of just, whoops, go a little bit more softer. Go. Let's add it to, if it's this guy again, I swear to God, it is. Damn it. There we go. You know when the anime is semi-old due to the lack of soft lolly neon characters? Yeah, I know. Have I ever sculpted? I did. I have. Mainly in college. I only sculpted in college. And it was for like a 3D art making class or something. It was more like traditional art though. It wasn't for what I truly wanted. Okay. A little bit on top of the ear maybe. Whoops. I want a 3D sculpt like on the computer though. Like the problem with traditional art for me right now is this isn't the Renaissance. Nobody's gonna hire you to do a painting of them, an oil painting of them, naked with tigers and shit. Like, it's just, you know, if you want to go to traditional art school, be my guest, but I'm just saying this is not the Renaissance. You will be wasting your time if you try to get a fine art degree. I'll tell you that right now. Because we are in a very progressive world, and if you do like just natural 3D sculpting and traditional art all the time, like you'll get potential clients. There's people out there that still like that kind of stuff. But if you want a job, a career that'll bring you stable money, it'll be incredibly difficult unless you have a client that loves to be, you know, that just loves oil paintings of themselves and is willing to pay you 10 grand for every painting that you do, which is highly unlikely. Then I don't know, you probably won't find a very stable job. The best you can do is be an art teacher. Which Final Fantasy characters do you think are the most attractive? Oh fuck, I have no clue about Final Fantasy, dog. I've never really been into the Final Fantasy stuff. And what's that one dude's name? Cloud? I'm sorry, but I absolutely hate his sword. His sword design is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. The handle is so small. And the metal of the sword is so big. It looks like this. This is the hilt. This is the guard. And here's the rest of the sword. It looks absolutely ridiculous. I'm sorry. Like, I'm sure it's a really cool concept and really cool sword, very powerful, but like, oh my god, I've always found it very weird. I'm not talking trash on it, I'm just saying, like, it's just so, it looks really weird to me. Maybe if they made the hilt bigger, or, you know, added some sort of other support for it, it's just like, that would break your wrist in reality. But, you know, it's a video game and you can do whatever you want in video games. There's all kinds of weird weapons out there anyway. Corvo from Dishonored has a folding sword, and I don't know how the fuck that works. So lots of kind of ridiculous weapons in video games and stuff. But that's the beauty of video games. You can be creative as hell. Even though it makes no sense. A free 3D sculpting and 3D modeling program? Ah, yes. Yes, I've heard about Blender. Blender is really cool. I'm going to erase some of this secondary value over here so we can get some ambient lighting going on. Not too much. Just a little bit. There we go. And here's the white. Okay. Add some more white. There we go. I don't like to add too much and kind of use a soft brush so you don't have to labor over erasing everything. You can sculpt it the way you want. A popsicle. It looks like a popsicle. His sword is built like a popsicle. I never really understood the Final Fantasy games either. Like, what's going on? It's okay. I'm probably never gonna play it. It's just, I've always heard of it from my friends that play it. Just, I don't know. Never really too interesting to me. That and Kingdom Hearts. Never played Kingdom Hearts. Okay. Alright, that looks okay to me. Alright. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to duplicate the values layer. Whoops, that's not what I want. Duplicate I'm going to put that over here. Okay. Then I'm going to combine secondary values and the AO. Then we have the colors. Okay. I'm going to take this layer and I'm going to put a gradient map on it. You can't see the window, but I'm just selecting the gradient map option. He's mostly red, so we're going to go for like some purplish red shadows. Maybe that. Okay. We're just fixing the overall tone. Okay. What am I listening to? God, I hate this playlist sometimes. Just changing up the music. Okay, there we go. Alright, goodbye, Kaito. Oh, that's Kite. Hello. Oh my god, I didn't know when you were here. Goodbye, Kite. Have a good night. Hope to see you in the next one. Okay, let's try to go... I'm trying to get a more purplish tone for his skin. I don't want it too red. I don't want it too purple. Okay, I think that's good. I know y'all can't see the window that I'm operating in because this is the only way that I can have certain windows off, because like every time I switch windows, I don't want y'all to see everything, so this is the only way. So sorry if you can't see this window that I'm working on. It's just a gradient map. Oh god. There we go. Okay, I think that's good. So it doesn't look too gray anymore, so I'll compare it. So you have this original one, which looks kind of gray and washed out, right? And then I put a gradient map on it, and so now it's more purple and a little better looking. And we still have this white layer. So what we're going to do now, I'm probably not going to render in this live stream. Might do it tomorrow. But let's see here. What is this? Oh, this is the lips. I didn't attach that yet. Okay. So now what we're going to do, we're going to add in a multiply layer. So we can add some like blush and stuff to them. So this is a typical male, so we're not going to do too much like makeup or exterior stuff to him. Don't want to make him look too pretty. So let's add a little bit of, I am on the eraser tool. I'm an idiot. There you go. I was wondering like, why aren't I drawing anything? Okay. Ooh, that's too big of a brush. Okay. Okay, that's good. When you do blush, especially for men, you want to try to stick to a more peachy color. Don't want to go too red. And you want it very subtle. You want to put some on there, but you want it very subtle. Around the nose, because blood rushes to our nose. And to the top of our ears. Because even though it's mostly cartilage, blood gets there too. Okay. A little bit underneath the jaw. And around the throat. It may look like just a little bit, but trust me, when you look at the entire thing, it's a whole lot better. Then around the neck. You want a very soft touch. Very, very soft touch. You don't want to go too hard. Around the eyebrows a little bit. Just a bit. Then around the eyes. And don't forget, you can take your soft eraser and erase away some of what you did, just in case. And I also like to put a little bit around the hairline. There we go. Because blood is in our scalp as well. There we go. Now he looks a little prettier. I'll take that off and put it back on so y'all can see what I did. It's subtle, but it's a little better looking now. Okay. Alright, now what we're gonna do, gotta add an overlay layer. So I'm gonna name this color. This is our multiply layer. And this will be our overlay layer. Okay? Alright. And I know that I haven't drawn the eyes yet. Just be patient, okay? How does one draw hands? Oh, Lord, don't even bring it up. The reason I'm not drawing all these guys full-bodied is because, one, I don't want to do hands, and two, it's this short little challenge, so I don't want to do anything like that. Oh, and also, for the guy that requested the pine cone, I'll do one real quick. I don't even know what a pine cone looks like. Yeah, okay. I'll do my best. Oh god, this is already... I'm guessing this is what one looks like. I've only seen one. I don't go outside. So I don't know how you expect me to know what a pine cone looks like. This is just what I remember from memory. Then sometimes there's a little bit of fray down here. Pine cone. There you go. I'll keep it up there for now. Alright. What was I doing? Oh yeah. So I'm gonna select the white layer. I'm gonna control select. Then go to the overlay layer. And I'm going to choose some colors to brighten up our selection. I always like to go peachy pink. Because he has more of a warm color. Oh my god. Okay. Let's go a little bit more pink, apparently. It's not working. Back in the days when people were allowed to go outside. Yeah, I remember it like 2 weeks ago. God. Okay, that doesn't make too much of a difference. I'm trying to find a good overlay. Oh, that's because I'm so stupid. I'm not even drawing on the right layer. And it's also because this is a normal layer. I am dying slowly. There we go. God. Okay, that's not exactly what I want. Maybe a little pinker. How does that look? Better than nothing. Ooh. Okay, then we're gonna go a little bit blue, bluish, grayish for the black part. Yep. Remember when toilet paper was available? Oh my god, bro. Yes, I do. Those were the days, wasn't it? Okay, so that's my overlay layer. So now his colors are a little brighter. Now what we're gonna do, like I said, I'm not gonna render today. So the last thing that we're gonna do for today's live stream is we're gonna clean up the sketch layer. So what I like to do, I hate this song. And I hate this artist. There we go. Okay. What I do for the sketch layer is I turn it into a multiply layer. So this way it'll be easier for the line art color to change without like being too solid over our main colors and stuff, okay? Then I pick a hard brush and I lock the layer and I start to change these layers based on the color that it's laying next to. So for the skin, I like to go for a kind of pinkish brownish or reddish brownish kind of line art color. Okay, so now you're seeing that the black is starting to disappear because I don't want to, when I render, I don't want to have to mix in black as well. I want to mix in all the colors that are close to what I want. Okay, so I just go in and I change the color of the line art. This makes it a lot easier to render. Trust me. You don't want to deal with black lines when you render because then it looks muddy because you tend to mix in black color. And then when with the rest of your stuff, it's going to look muddy and weird. And a lot of people tend to do that, and it's a mistake that a lot of people should try to fix immediately before they start to render. Depending on your style, you don't have to do this at all, but with my style, I like to have everything mixed in together and everything looks nice and neat, which is why I do this. Okay, wait, there's still some skin parts here. I don't like to go completely over the eyes with it, though. I like to keep the eyelashes and the part near the eyes kind of black, or even just a gray, so it can be softer transition. See that? Alright, so for the hair, we're gonna go into like a darkish orange, darkish reddish. I'm gonna change the line of the hair. See how the black's going away? You want this just for the hair, don't touch the skin. So now all this black line art that you see is disappearing. And when you go into render, render means just, you know, paint over everything and clean it up. When you go into render, you don't have to deal with these black lines because everything looks the same color. Okay, gonna go over it one more time. Make sure I got everything. Don't be shy. Get everything. There we go. So now all the black lines have disappeared. Alright, then this white part over here. Change the line art for that. Don't gotta deal with the black lines now. There we go. Hello, Jack. Welcome to the live stream. Thanks for coming. Alright, then I want to change this line art for the jacket to be a little lighter. Because like I said, I don't want to deal with black lines. There we go. That should be good. I don't know what color his eyebrows are because in the picture that I'm using, they are non-existent. They are pencil thin. So we are going to make them like a dark brownish color. The best I can do. Because I don't want them to be black, but I want them to be like a darkish brown. Maybe more saturated. I think that's better. Don't want it to be completely black. That looks good. Yeah, alright. Okay, we're almost done here. Just gonna erase some parts of the sketch that are like standing out a little too much. Oh, make sure it's a hard brush. There we go. You can always go back and fix things. This is why I keep things on separate layers. A lot of people out there like to do everything on one layer, which is, you know, that's on you. But I like to keep things separate just in case I mess up. Because, you know, if you do everything on one layer and you mess up, that means you gotta fix everything on that one layer. So if you mess up the color, if you mess up the values, it's all on one layer and it's really hard to adjust. Like if you want an individual thing adjusted, that means you gotta adjust the entire thing, which is hard, which is why I don't like to do it. So there we go. Here, I'm gonna duplicate the sketch real quick so I can show you guys the difference between my fixed sketch. Okay, so this is the sketch where it was all black, just all black lines, very dark. And then here's the sketch where I changed the colors for it. Okay, so now it looks a little more lighter and every color seems to mix in with each other and you don't have to deal with these really dark and broad black lines when you render because it'll make it look muddy, trust me. So whenever you get the chance, make sure your sketch is completely separate from everything else, okay? And put it on a multiply layer so then it'll blend in easily with the colors that you already used. Alright, for today's live stream, I think that'll be it. So like I said, if you guys don't follow me on Instagram and Twitter already, you should, because that's most likely when those are the places that I post my stuff, and I tend to talk about a lot of stuff and also let you guys know when like the live streams are going up, especially the ones where I critique your guys' work. That kind of live stream might be up this weekend. I'll let you guys know. So don't forget to follow me if you're new and share this video and share my work, stuff like that, whatever you can do. But yeah, that'll be it for today's live stream. Thank you guys for coming. I will try to get another one up soon, maybe tomorrow, maybe this weekend. We'll see what happens, all right? So thank you guys again for coming, and I will see you guys in the next live stream. Everybody, have a nice day.